got it. You got it. Okay. Woo. Such a pleasure to be with y'all. Good to see you. Lots of familiar faces and new faces and many more friends and beautiful people to discover. So, my name is Bryan Hardy. I'm an integrative health coach and holistic nutritionist. And optimal well-being is my reason for being. It's why I believe I'm on this planet. And it's been a wild ride from losing my well-being at the young age of 18 into rediscovering the value of being healthy and how crazy our world can be and how precisely the opposite our world and even medicine can be to what truly heals, right? So to be here, to be able to share is such a pleasure because this is the solution, right? These communities are the solution to the health crises that are destroying many communities and many people's sense of wholeness and of themselves. So, big picture view. The title of my talk was Superhuman Recovery from Ancient Wisdom to Space Age Biohacks. I love the biohacking space and movement, and I speak and podcast and facilitate in that space. But you can't out biohack or out supplement a shitty lifestyle and diet. It just can't be done. And so we need to never lose track and sight and connection to those foundational grounding elements, such as clean water, such as sunlight, such as community, right? Which is probably the number one thing for health is community. So again, props to y'all for taking time out of your days and weeks and months to be here and to cultivate that. But I want you to start to reconceptualize how you think of recovery. Right? By show of hands, who has ever had a fitness plan? Or a nutrition plan? And who's ever had a recovery plan? So a few, but not as many. And I really think prioritizing recovery is where we need to shift to, because if you're living in a city, you need to be on top of a lot of things if you're going to thrive, right? I love what Heather said, that nothing can't be healed or regenerated. I have that same belief, and it's what drives a lot of my practice. And if you create the environment to facilitate that healing and regeneration, that's what life wants to do. That's what our bodies are designed to do. And so, to hold in your consciousness, how am I sleeping? How am I drinking water? What kind of water am I drinking? What are the foods I'm eating? How am I eating the foods? Because if you're eating amazing, organic, healthy food, but you're anxious and you're hunched over and you're like trying to scarf it down in 15 minutes on your lunch break, you're not going to digest it. It's just not going to happen. Your body and your nervous system must be down-regulated to digest and assimilate and absorb all that goodness that you've either bought or prepared or been gifted or however your food comes to you. We need to slow down to really absorb the benefit. And that's true not just of a meal, but that's true of a conversation. Right? If we're chatting and I'm not present and my mind's somewhere else, I'm not going to really absorb what it is you have to offer. So that's just an invitation, right? In terms of the space age biohacks, I'll give a little, big picture view. If you want to, definitely come see me at the cabana downstairs. We can do some demos and things. Because we're really transitioning into an era. We're using magnetism and vibration. And those are the foundational elements. From there, you have different things with different kinds of crystals or different kinds of direct current stimulations or running electricity into your veins to kill parasites. It sounds crazy, but it's real and it works. A lot of times better than the drugs that a doctor may prescribe for, you go traveling and you get sick and you don't know what's going on and you never feel the same again. And this is a very common story that I've heard many times. People go to India or wherever and they come home and they get sick and then nothing's really the same. And so taking care of those latent infections that aren't diagnosed is a very, very big piece of getting yourself to that optimal state of well-being. And there's so many tools and ways we can do that, more now than ever. And I really feel like, such as fifth dimensional consciousness is waking up, so too is access to these Star Trek age tools becoming more commonplace, and becoming more accessible and more affordable, to where we can each design our homes to be healing sanctuaries, where we go in and we're recharged and replenished, not just from food and water, but also from light and color and sound, which can have such a profound impact on our physiology. So that's, the essence of what I wanted to share. I want you to really think about recovery. Think about, if you're not waking up with energy and ready to really go out there and have a great day and engage yourself in whatever your life has for you, that there's probably some digging to be done, right? Some detective work to be done to figure out where is my energy leaking, and then go about the most integrative and sustainable, right? Letting go of quick fixes and magic pills, and creating something that's going to nourish you in the long term, right? What's your ideal recipe for optimal well-being? That's a question that I ask with each of the clients I work with, and ask myself from time to time, to guide my moving and my research and what I'm going to invest my time and energy into. So, that's all from me. This was a pleasure. Like I said, my name is Bryan Hardy. I have a podcast called Redefining Reality, where I explore many of these topics. You can find it wherever podcasts are hosted. And you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Bryan Hardy or Bryan Hardy 7. And come see me at the booth downstairs if you want some deep tissue and vibrational massage upgrades throughout your time at Tmrw Tday. So that is me. Thank you all, and be well. Mm-hmm.